This conference will now be.
I hope my screen is visible and I'm also audible. Can anyone please confirm?
Yes, I can able to see your screen and I can able to hear your voice clearly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the confirmation. Let's start our today's demo session. Java for S.R.E and P associates. The main intent of today's course is if you are in the testing field, it can be the functionality testing or in the performance testing, how we can upskill ourselves, how we can get into a good job by learning Java. So we are going to discuss about that today. Before jumping on to the actual course content and rest of the thing, I like to take few minutes to discuss why Java is needed. What is the use of learning Java for a tester? So very first thing is general discussion like why Java. In this COVID situation, you would have come across like if you're already in an organization, you might be working as a tester. So where you would have faced the situation 2 3 years back, suddenly pandemic lockdown, everyone has to work from home. When that situation came into picture, like there are some organization, they were able to run the business without any problem. Why? Because they were doing this remote access and the cloud related aspect. They were ready at that time. So immediately they were able to run the business without any issue. So not only that, there are so many aspects it's trending in the market like cloud, artificial intelligence, your Spring, and big data, mobile and Android development, remote access. So many things are trending in the market now. So Java is one of the programming language which is famous for more than 2 decades in the market. You would have seen it whenever you go to any famous site, job searching site. If you search it, just type Java, you would see n number of job openings for the Java profile itself. It can be on the testing side, it can be on the development side. Why Java it is famous? Because there are so many reasons available for that. As part of this training, we will be starting our day one with the detailed information why Java is famous, why it made unique in the market, how we can use it. Those and all we will discuss elaborately in the day one itself. And the main intent of this particular course is like we are doing on the job training kind of thing. It is not only some theoretical concept. We will be covering all the day to day informations. I'm introducing myself now. So I'm Yuvi. I'm having more than 15 years of experience in the IT field. So I am certified person in the cloud technologies also. So I'll be giving and sharing my real time experience as a Java person, how you'll be doing your day to day activities also. So your training will be more on the job information. That is, if you are doing a development or a testing using this, how you will do. So real time experience will be shared and you will be doing the practical sessions along with the theoretical concept also. And we will be giving the real time examples, like instead of doing a paperwork or a vague example like this is class, this is object. No, we won't be driving our training like that. We will be comparing each and every concept in Java with the real time examples. Like we will try to correlate class means this is how it is related to your day to day examples, so that it will register in your mind. Ultimate thing is more you will be trained to attend any interview. So we will be sharing the interview questions also. If you are attending any Java related interview, we will be sharing this particular topic. These are all the possible interview questions you can expect, because I was part of so many interview sessions. Like I was a panelist in many of the leading companies. So I'll be knowing what are all the patterns you can expect as part of your interview also. So I'll be sharing that. Like whenever I cover a topic, I'll be sharing that also. In this topic, these are the interview questions you can expect. So it is not like writing something and reading the answer. First, I'll be training you, I'll be explaining you the concept, then I'll be telling this is the question you can expect and this is the answer you can provide to the particular interview question. That is how we'll be driving. So coming back to our discussion, so Java. So here there are so many areas. So it is not like only one field you can enter if you know Java. It's not like that. Everywhere, whenever there is a possibility of any programming, then Java is part of it, because compared to other programming language, it is there in the market more than 20 years. So obviously, because of this unique feature and security and other performance aspect are mainly concentrated in this particular programming language. That's why it is famous in the market. So we will be touching upon that also. So coming back to you people, like today's I believe you guys are from testing background, either from the functional testing or from the performance testing. So let's answer the question. Some of the students have already asked, I'm a performance tester. I want to become a performance engineer. Can you tell me why I need Java? Okay, the straightforward question is next level. You can be a performance tester for few years. After that, next level is performance engineer. You could have come across this. Okay, So people used to ask, we have so many performance tester, but if you want to grow yourself, you have to upskill yourself as a performance engineer. So what is the role of a performance engineer? It is not only finding the performance issue, you have to tell the solution for the performance issue also. Then you will be the unique person in your particular team. Otherwise, you will be one among the 10 people in your team. So, how you can give a solution? Say most of the solution nowadays are related to Java. Either Java or JavaScript would be there. If you are finding an issue in your application, Java application, the next step is you have to provide a solution. How will you provide a solution? Unless and until you know the application, the coding, it's not possible for you to give a solution for it. So if there is any issue with the looping, if they're doing some infinite loop, if you know the Java loop code, then you can very easily say that, hey, this is the problem in this particular code. You have written a code infinite loop, that's why it is taking lots of time. Go and fix it. So just think about it. If somebody is there and giving only the issue, who will really consider them? If you give the solution also, you will be identified as a important person in the team and you can get the related things. That's why we always prefer that if you are planning for a performance engineer, most of the applications, enterprise application in, you can take the top 10 companies, they were using Java. So in that cases, if you know Java, you can very well find the issue in the Java application and also you can provide solution to that. And one main advantage of learning Java is if you learn this particular programming language, you can learn any other programming language because all the upcoming programming language are based out of Java only. The concepts are same. Loop, you can take loop, you can take classes, objects, whatever may be, the concepts are same. From one programming language to another programming language, only the syntax is going to vary. So it will make you comfortable with any programming language if you learn Java. That's why we say that if you're planning to move yourself from a tester to a performance engineer, it's good to learn a programming language. That too, if it is Java, it is very handy for you because most of the applications are developed in the Java related aspect. Either it can be the straight core Java or it can be on the other end like JavaScript, scripting language which is based out of Java only. So that's why we prefer, we can go for the Java training if you're planning for the upskill. Coming back to this Selenium developers, so you are a functional tester and you know you are very good in doing all the manual testing, you know the business logic, you are good, but how long we can sustain in a team by doing a manual testing? Because nowadays everything is coming into automation, DevOps model, everything they are planning to do a pipeline related things. In that cases, if the competition is more, so obviously more than a manual tester, a automation tester is really expected in the market. So the best important or immediate switch what we can do, you can learn Selenium and you can do the automation. So if you want to do coding in Selenium, then obviously you should know this programming language so that you can write your automation scripts and you can run and you can show. So as part of this training session, we will be training you in different Java IDEs. One of them is your STS, like it will be similar to your Eclipse. So when you know how to write your code in Eclipse, it will be easy for you to run your Selenium automation scripts also. So you can do the coding and also you can run it. So it will be very helpful for you. So with no delay, I'm jumping on to the course content. So there I'll be showing this is customized for a tester perspective because Java means you can learn so many things, but we are concentrating more on a people who wants to switch them from a tester to developer. And there is another topic that is course content available for a developer perspective also. For that we will have a demo later. We'll be sharing that. Today's session I'll be showing if you're a tester, if you're a manual tester, a functional tester, want to convert yourself as an automation tester, like Selenium based one, what and all you can learn. Again, on the other side, If you are a performance tester, you are very good in your performance testing, you know Jmeter, you know LoadRunner, everything, you know scripting and all. The only lagging thing is you know how to find the issue, but you don't know how to give the solution to this issue, recommendation for the issue. That is the expectation of performance engineer. So by learning this programming language, you can very well identify the issue and you can also recommend the solution to the issues. So that is the main intent of this. So I'll be sharing the core content of the Java course. So here, is my screen visible? The course content. Can anyone please confirm?
Yes, I can see syllabus.
Okay, thank you. So this is mainly customized by thinking your interview. It is like if you're already in that particular field, if you know well and good about this IT terminologies and day-to-day activities is fine. If you don't know also it is okay, because we are concentrating from the basic itself, from beginner to the expertise pattern. That is the main intent of our course content design. So I'll be starting slowly, like from the beginning, like what is programming language, from that level will be started. Because there are cases, if you are a tester, a manual tester, you may not have a exposure about this programming informations and all. So by considering all those things, we will be starting from the scratch. That is, what is programming language, why we need a programming language, so why Java, why not other programming language, by using Java, what and all you can do. Like I've shown a slide, right? So whatever may be the field, it can be your cloud, it can be on your big data or Android development, wherever you go, you can see there is a scope for Java. You can be a tester, automation tester, or if you really learn this core Java concept clearly, then you can switch yourself as a developer also. That is also possible. You would have seen it in the past experience, because we are training them with the real-time examples. So they switched themselves from a tester to a developer also. So that is also possible. So by considering all the audience, we have created this course content. The very first thing is we will be starting from the introduction, as I mentioned, why Java, what is the difference between Java and other programming language, why it is unique, those things and all we will be discussing. Later on, if you take any programming language, you need some basic understanding about the types of data you are handling. So if it is money related things, rupees, it is all integers, right? Numbers you will be doing. If you are dealing with any name, so let's take an example of online shopping application. Okay, you're logging into e-commerce application, and you can see so many things in the website. If you want to purchase a shirt, you will type shirt in the search screen. So shirt is a string, it is a word. And if you are selecting the size of the shirt, it is a number. So like that, we have so many data types, the type of the data. So everything is data in IT world, everything is data. Whatever we are managing, whatever we are handling, end of the day it's a data only. The name of the person, the address of a person, the product name, product detail, everything is a data. So we will be learning the different types of data available in the Java programming language. The next thing what we will learn is the operations. What and all you can do with the data which you have. Like if you have a number, what we can do? But arithmetic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication. So these are the operations we say, right? Similarly, if you have a word, a string, what you can do? If you have a single character, what you can do? So what are the operations you can do? the logical operations, scientific operations, what and all it is available. We will be discussing that in detail in the operations section. Next thing is strings. String is the backbone of this Java. That is, in real time, we can say it is a sequence of characters. It's a word, it is a sentence, you can say. So, using a word, a name of a person, using the customer name, customer address, what and all we can do, how we can cut a single character, how we can add two, three words together. So, those things and all we will be learning in the strings section. Next thing is control statement. Say you are entering into a organization using your ID card. So you are swiping it. If you have access, it will let you in. If you don't have the access, you are not allowed to enter into the particular company. So that we call it as control statement. If you have, you will enter, else you will stand outside. So there are some conditions we will check as part of Java program. So if, else, switch, so many things are available. So these things we will be discussing in detail in case of control statement. So instead of if and else, you will compare with your real time examples, like where you will use this code, how you will implement this particular code. We will be explaining that also. Then the looping concept. Say you got an advice that you have to walk 1 kilometer per day. So some looping you will be doing. Instead of walking 1 kilometer in a stretch, what you will do? You will go to the nearby playground, and the playground is 100 meters. The circumference means you will take 10 rounds of the playground and you will complete your 1 kilometer target. So for that, what you will do? 10 rounds, 10 loop you will do. So that looping concept we will be discussing. There are different loops available. So for while, do while, and all, we will be learning what are the different types of loops available, what is the difference between these loops, in which scenario I can use for loop, in which scenario I can use a while loop or do while loops, that and all we'll discuss. And next thing is methods. Java, the main advantage of using Java is reusability. If you have a specific set of activity, that is every day I'm asking you what you will do in the morning. So what you will see, I will wake up, I'll refresh myself, then I will have my breakfast. Breakfast can be anything. Then you will say I will go to office. So this is your routine. Every day you will be doing the same activity. So next day again, if I ask you to repeat it, what you will say? Yesterday itself I told you the same thing I done today also. So what you are doing? You are referring to your yesterday statement. So reusability, you are not repeating me again, because day to day, every day you are doing the same thing, right? So here what we will do, what are all the statements you have told me yesterday? That is, you will wake up, you will refresh, you will have breakfast, and you will go to office. These four steps you will put it in a method, and whenever there is a need, if I am asking, you will say there is a method called my morning routine. I have a sticky note created and it's sticked in my wardrobe. You can refer it. Next day, your father is asking. You can say it is there in the wardrobe. Go and refer it. Your mom is asking. So, reusability. You are not repeating the statements. You are referring to the already created statements. That's we call methods. So, we will group the statements and we will keep it in a place. Whenever there is a need, you will refer to that. That we call it as methods. What are the different ways we can create a method? That and all we will discuss in the methods category. And next thing is array. So the main thing in this programming language is managing or handling your data. So there are different ways to handle your data. Array is one among them, one of the important thing. So we will be discussing when you can use array, when we can use different ways of data manipulations. So array we will be discussing in detail. Two-dimensional array, single dimensional array. There are different ways. What and all you will use it in real time. When you will go for single dimensional array, that and all we will discuss in detail in the array section. So far, what and all we have covered this, like we have categorized our training in different blocks. The very first, like first few days will be, we will be starting from the scratch. Basics of Java will be covered. Next thing is hoops concept, object oriented program. Java is based on objects only, that is why it is unique in the market. So we will be covering the classes. What is class, what is object, what are the different ways I can create an object. So these are the expected interview question. If you are planning for any interview, then you can expect questions from this area. So we'll be discussing that in detail in this particular section. Then the other features of OOPS, the abstraction. So now data breach is one of the challenge in the market. That is, people start stealing your information. So we have to hide your information, secure your information. So whenever you are developing an application, it is not only that when I click on a submit button, my order should be placed. That is not the only expectation of submit button. It should secure the customer information. When you are having a e-commerce site, obviously you will know the customer name, the delivery address, the contact number, the email address and all. It is the responsibility of the website, that is the owner of that particular site, to secure the customer information. They should not give it in public, others should not see. So by considering that, as a developer, as a app designer, we will have to do some extra activity. So for that, we have some readily available informations in Java. So we will be using that. So abstractions, then interfaces, concept and all we will be using. Then again for reusability, inheritance. Inheritance means, you have some feature of your parents. At the same time, you have your own features also. You may get a brown hair or blue eye from your parents. At the same time, you have your own features, like you have a good looking eyes or whatever maybe. So that we call it as inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but getting some information from the parent, and at the same time, as a person you have your own feature also. So that concept and all we will be discussing in inheritance. Then polymorphism, so different ways to represent a method. So there are different polymorphs available: runtime polymorphism, compile time polymorphism, overloading, overriding. These are the commonly asked interview question. There are lots of confusion among the students what is overloading and what is overriding. As part of this training session, I'll be clarifying it. I will be explaining it in the real time example, what is overloading and what is overriding, so that it will be easy for you to answer your interview question. At the same time, it will be easy for you to do your coding. When you do coding, it will be really helpful. The main important thing is exception handling and debugging. Whenever you are doing a program, you cannot expect that your program will run 100% perfectly. There are some chances it will create a problem. It can be the human error or it can be the system error, as a user would have done something wrong, or your system is creating some trouble. So whether you are a tester or a developer, you should know how to rectify the issue. To rectify the issue, first of all, you should find the issue. So that is called debugging. Like, you will be finding the issue, the root cause of the issue you will be finding. Then you will apply the fixes to it and you will resolve it. So that and all we'll be discussing. What are the different ways you can handle the error, how you can find the error. So that and all I'll be explaining as part of this particular program. Then the next topics are all Java 8 features. So far, different versions of Java are available: Java 9, 10, 17. So many things are available. But people who feel that I'm good in Java, they say Java 8. If you know till Java 8, that itself is sufficient. The next releases and all, it's like a patch. It is not a full version kind of thing. One or two minor changes they have done on top of Java 8 and they have introduced. So we will be seeing that Java 8 as a milestone in Java learning curve. So if person say that I know Java, the very first question we will ask is, do you know Java 8 features? What was added in Java 8? That was the one we will ask. We won't ask about Java 9 and all, because we itself will know there are some minor changes only happened on Java 9. So you should know Java 8 clearly, so that on top of it what and all happened you can easily understand. So we will be learning what is generics, What is functional programming? Stream API, one of the important thing you will be using in your day-to-day activities, lambda expressions. And people, when you go for an interview, if they want to really test it, they will ask questions from this item, that is threads and collections. So if you are good in threads and collection, they will get a confidence about you, that is this person is capable of doing activities. So threads and collections we will be covering in detail. And next thing is memory management and garbage collection. So, unique feature of Java is garbage collection. Unlike the previous programming language, like C and all, where you have to handle the memory allocation and deallocation. Syntax you should remember how to allocate a memory for this particular object, how to deallocate it and all. You have to take some extra activity on that, remembering the syntax and adding the particular code. But in the case of Java, it's all inbuilt. So those things we will discuss, how it is inbuilt, to use it, what I can do, how I can refer it. So those logics and all we will understand while discussing this memory management and garbage collection. So these are all related to the core Java. As I told you in the beginning, you nowadays the applications, it is not mainly intended on core Java. All applications we are building right on top of core Java, some frameworks are developed like Spring and Spring Boot. On top of Spring Boot we have microservices. So those are all the trending things in cloud world, DevOps related aspect and all. If somebody asks you, like, do you know how to test the application in cloud, you should not get panic. Finally it is a Java application only, whether it is in your on premises, your desktop application or web application, or on the cloud, it is a Java application. If you are strong in the Java concept and the frameworks like Spring, Spring Boot, and microservices concept and all, you can boldly say that yes, I know to test a application in cloud environment. I know how to write a automation script. I know how to fix the performance issue in that. So by taking that into consideration, we are understanding, we are giving this Spring and Spring Boot informations also. We will be clear covering the main topics in Spring and Spring Boot. What is this Spring, what is Spring Boot, what is the difference between these two, and what is dependency injections, what is the security option. So finally, whenever you are going for this development and app creations and all, security is very important. So how we can do or introduce security in your application? So if you know that only, if there are usually people, what they will do is, if we assign a task of please do a security related code, means they will create a flaw in performance, something they will add it, some in unwanted hub they will introduce, and that hub will add some 2 seconds or 3 seconds of time. So if you know the security concept, you can very well say that why you need this unwanted code, you remove this. There is a feature available in Spring Boot called Spring Security. You can use that, it is readily available, you don't need to add extra hub, and that hub is adding 2 to 3 seconds in your transaction time. You can give a recommendation as a performance engineer. So if you know these topics, you can give a alternative solution for the existing issue. So we will be discussing about the Spring Security, and we will tell how you can run your own application. You can build your own Java application and run it using Tomcat. We will be showing, you will be trained to write your own code, and you will be running your Java application. A small website kind of thing will be running in your system. If you do the hands-on, regular hands-on which I am giving, you itself can write a code and you can see a small website kind of thing, like to enter a username, password, login. So those things you can write your code by yourself. So we will be covering that part in this particular Spring Boot. And again, the interview questions also, though I mentioned interview question at the last, I'll be telling whenever I cover this MVC, that is model view controller, I'll be explaining the concept. So what is model, what is view, what is controller, I'll be explaining. Let's take an example of your computer, your desktop. You have a monitor, you have your CPU, you have your keyboard. Three things are there which will make your work. So through your mouse or keyboard, you are giving the instruction to your CPU. Okay, so after the instruction, it is all displaying in your monitor. So this we call it as model, view and controller. Your keyboard and mouse is your controller, and your monitor is your view, and the CPU is the model which is actually doing the business logic for you. And why we are going for this model, view, controller also I'll be explaining you. Because if any one fails, if your monitor is not working properly, then there is no problem, you can cut that alone, you can get a new monitor, you can fix it without disturbing your CPU and keyboard. Similarly, if there is any problem with the keyboard, you will remove the keyboard, you will unplug it, you will get a new one, and you will plug it and you will start working on. That's why we are going for the model view controller. If any one fails, it won't disturb your activity, you can continue with your regular flow. So detailedly I'll be discussing this. When I discuss this model view controller, it won't be useful only in the Spring Boot concept. All the modern technology or programming language are designed based upon this MVC. So this is one of the important topic I'll be discussing in detail when I do the Spring and Spring Boot. And next thing is dependency injection. This is also one of the important topic. This is again, it is not stamped only for Spring or Spring Boot. Dependency injection, you can see it in other scripting languages also. If you understand this concept here, if you're planning to learn some other scripting language in future, even the UI framework, the same knowledge you can reuse there also. Only the syntax you will be learning something new, but the concept is same. So once you learn Spring Boot, you can very well understand about your microservices. If you know microservices, then you can easily understand this application deployed in cloud. If anything, if you get any work related to cloud, if you get any work related to this DevOps, or even this big data informations and all, you can very well do the related aspect, either finding the issue and giving a solution or writing the automation script for it. So Spring and Spring Boot is the fundamental aspect of that. Next, the thing is web services. Whatever we are doing, it is a web service concept only. That is, you are opening one Google site and you are typing Java training, and you are getting, when you click on search, you are getting 10 to 15 recommendation for you. In your laptop you have opened it, in your mobile you have opened it, you have typed something, you got a result. But actually, you are served as a client, you are giving some request to the Google server. Google would have kept their server somewhere in some country. So your request will be passed there, and it will get the desired information like Java training information, and it will be displayed in your laptop screen. So this architecture we call it as client server architecture. So this client server architecture has so many things. So all the searches, all the activities which we are doing falls under one umbrella called web services concept. There are different ways you can do the web services: SOAP web service and RESTful web service. So we will be discussing when you can use SOAP web service, then you can use REST web service. What are all the key terminologies will be used when you are talking about web services? Because especially for the performance tester, you would have known it. You know how to see HTTP watch logs and all, means would have come across this. The status codes, what was there in the request header, what is there in the response, everything would have seen it. So once you are comfortable with the web services key terminology, it will be easy for you to debug. Same thing for the functional tester also. You are writing one automation script, you are executing it, but suddenly it stuck somewhere in the middle. You should know how to debug it at the browser level. So you have to open the inspect element and debug it. For that, if you are comfortable with this web services key terminology, you can very well debug your script running and the issue related to that. If it is browser configuration or firewall issue, you can very well fix it and you can run your automation script. Next, the important thing is microservices. This is the booming thing in the market. Like everything, when you go to this latest things in the market, they say like Kubernetes, Dockers, and they will say DevOps, cloud deployment, so many things they will say. But at the background, everything is a microservices application only. So previously we used to do monolithic, that is, if you have a website, all the website feature, that is login, placing an order, shipping a product, canceling the order, tracking the order, everything what we will do, we will create as a single application and we will give it to the deployment people. But after this microservices technology concept architecture, they split the one website design itself 5 to 10 or even sometimes 20 microservices. How you can create a microservice, how you can split your monolithic application to microservice, what is the advantage of microservice? Because all the famous website in the market are using the microservices concept only, dockers, containers. So they are doing this, they are playing with this latest thing, but it is a microservice application and they made it as a containerized application using Docker. Then they are deploying. That's why nowadays you can't see any downtime at all the websites are available 24 bar 7. Google site you can't see downtime at all, but daily there are so many deployments happening. Amazon sites, n number of deployment is happening in the background, but as a user you can't see any message like server not found, server down, error. No, you can't see it. Why? Because of this microservices and container concept only. So we will be discussing in detail about this, so that when somebody is discussing that, you have to test the microservice application, you have to test a docker container, means it is all easy for you because you are good in microservice concept already. So it's easy for you to understand the container and dockerized application, and you can very well start your testing. So these are the main thing we will be covering in the training session. So we will do a deep dive into each and every topic. We will be doing the hands-on. So whenever I complete a topic, we will be parallelly doing the lab exercise also. So regularly or on a daily basis, I would say some topics need a lab exercise. So at the end of the class, I will be giving a lab exercise and I will be supporting you through the WhatsApp also. So that is the practice we do follow. We create a WhatsApp group and we will be giving you the task, and if you stuck somewhere, I'll be guiding you in the WhatsApp group itself. Even if you're not able to complete the hands-on, the next day the very first thing is we will discuss the previous day hands-on only. I'll be writing the code and I'll be showing this is how you have to do this particular, so that you will get a confidence on your coding skill and you can proceed further on this. And next important thing is all these things, okay, I gave only the high level information, but actually every topic we will be doing a coding. It is not only theoretical concept. I won't be telling only like what is class, what is object. No, we won't be doing like that. I will be starting with the real time example. I'll try to get some real time example related to the particular topic which you are discussing. I'll be explaining that, and for every topic we will be writing a coding and I'll be executing the code and show you this is how you will create a class, this is how you create an object, these are the different classes you can create, these are the different ways you can create an object, everything. Like you can very well see when I start this session, you can see my editor open. I'll be using IntelliJ, I'll be using STS also. STS will be like Eclipse only. So at the end of this session, you know how to use these three editors, Java editor. So the class will start with the editor only. So I'll be start showing everything, and parallelly I'll be showing some PPTs also. It is not like 100% PPT courses. Only first few days it will be because you are trying to understand the concept, right? Later on it is all hands on. I'll be running the coding and I'll be showing, and I'll be typing in front of you only, like this is how you have to do and this is how the error you will get it, and if you get an error this is how you have to fix it. So this is the way we do drive our training courses. The main intent thing is, if you're already in one profile and you want to switch it to the other profile, or if you want to enter into IT world itself, you're not in a non IT and you want to switch yourself to a IT world, and you are a tester and you want to switch to a developer, and if you are a developer of some other programming language and you want to move on to Java. So by taking all these things into consideration, we have created this course content. Topic might be like polymorphism. I might be mentioned only polymorphism in the topic, but we will be covering what is the compile time polymorphism, what is runtime polymorphism, what is overloading, what is overriding. For each and every topic, we will be writing one code and we will be explaining also what is overloading, what is overriding, what is the difference between these two. And next important thing is, at the end of the Spring Boot and all, you will know how to write your own code and how to run your own application. So it is like you would be seeing one application running in your laptop, one website is running in your laptop. You will be local host will be run, and you can very well see would have created some, at least some arithmetic operation calculator kind of thing you will be able to do. So step by step I will be taking you. It is not like I'll be teaching theoretical and I will give all the coding practice as a lab exercise. Not, it's not like that. I'll be doing the coding exercise related to that. Hands on will be given to you. So by referring my video, so end of the day the video will be shared. All the sessions are recorded sessions. So end of the day the videos will be shared to you for your reference. You can view the videos, you can refer the coding. At the same time you can try with your lab exercise. If you can do well and good, if you stuck somewhere you can connect me in the WhatsApp group, I'll be clarifying you. Next day if you're not able to do, if you feel that I struck somewhere, I'm occupied with some other activities and all, then we will be, that is I will be writing the code and showing to you. So this is the pattern we do follow. So topic wise if you see, it is like high level, but we will be doing a deep dive on each and every topic which you are showing here. So this is the overall content of our training. Any question?
Yeah, hi. Myself Satya here.
Hi Satya.
Yeah. Um, like presently I'm working as a performance tester. Okay, so I'm like my focus is on um, because my application is completely related to the Java application, so I just want to do the Java performance engineering. And so I think this course will help me out on that type of right because here because the content which you showed is completely the from the basics of Java to the core.
Yes.
So will it help to my performance testing on it?
Yes, it will be helpful. So as I told you, the expectation of performance engineer is, so when we work with them, like what we do, the tester will give me an error statement alone. That is, this particular page it's taking like long time to load. Okay, so that is the expectation from a tester. And but from an engineer, what we expect is they have to give me the solution for DB query fine tuning. They should tell me that which why it is taking more time. So for that, if you know the programming language only, you can very well see. Sometimes they will share you the code also, and they will ask that this is my code basis, can you tell me? So you have to do a code walkthrough by yourself. It's not like they will give you the complete code walkthrough. They will share the code base, so you have to open the code in the Eclipse or whichever IDE you are using, and you have to understand the code. So in that case, if you know the code only, it will be helpful, Satya.
Yeah, thanks for that. And there's one conflict actually. I was daily like this call is on daily basis, right?
Yes.
So because I have a conflict with this call because I have a meeting every day from 6:30 to 7:30. So is it possible is it okay if we can, if everyone is agrees, can we reschedule this call to can we extend it to 7 to 8 o'clock if everyone agrees? Or if it's not possible, how, like if I have any queries, how can you address me on that?
Sure, that's good question. The main intent is Satya, it is not only for Indian students. So we get students from other countries also. So by considering that only, we have chosen the 6:30 to 7:30 slot. Anyhow, we'll check it. But usually, what we will do is, if a student is missing, they can see my recorded version. Okay, every day. It's not like at the end of the course you will get it. It's not like that. Every day in the WhatsApp group, the recorded versions will be shared with you. You can watch that video. You can ask me the query in the WhatsApp group, or in the next day, like whenever you find time, you can log into that. You said first half an hour only you are not able to join, right? 7 to 8 you are preferring. So you can join from 7 to 7:30, and you can ask this query. I can clarify that, Satya. Is it okay?
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Thanks, Ravi.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because
Hi. I mean, yeah, I don't know your name. I was joined
UV.
a bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
UV.
I didn't get your name. Please, can you repeat?
UV.
Yeah,
UV. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Good evening, EV. Actually, this is a core Java or else advanced Java?
Starts from basics to advanced. It covers advanced concept also. Java
Advanced
8 feature,
concepts.
groups concept, Java 8 feature, everything is covered.
Okay, okay. That's my question. Thank you.
Yeah. And you will be learning how to create one microservice application also. So not only core Java, using core Java, how can you create one microservice application? So we'll be creating multiple microservices, and communication between microservices also I will be demonstrating. So that also will be covered as part of this course content.
Okay, okay.
Thank you. Any other question from anyone?
Yeah, hi UV. Just wanted to know one thing. So, in the advanced Java, will you be covering the servlet JSP, those sections also? I know these are quite like not updated right now, but still
Yes, you're
just
right.
wanted to ask.
Yeah, right. Actually, those are all not used in this market now, Sutano. So we won't be covering the JSP, but I'll be covering the next thing like HTML. Actually, that is a different topic. I'm not sure. We have a course content for the full stack developers also. So where I'll be
Mm-hmm.
covering the Angular development. So in that Angular development, I'll be covering the HTML parts also. So the next version compared to the JSPs and all. So I'll be showing JSPs and this one HTML. But one thing is, instead of servlet, I'll be showing the REST API. That is part of the course content for the tester. How you can do the REST API calls, communications and all. That is the trending one in the market. So servlets, HTTP request and response and all, I'll be giving the theoretical explanation, but hands-on I won't be showing for the servlet and HTTP related concept. Theoretical I'll be covering as
Okay,
part of web services topic.
okay, understood. And also the JDBC, those connection, those things will this also be covered, right? This to JDBC connection and creation.
Yeah, that as part of Spring Boot topic, we will be covering how you can create a Spring data using Hibernate and JSPs related things and all. We'll be using in the JPA. We'll be covering in the Spring Boot. JPA
Mm-hmm.
hibernates, how you can create one table, how you can do the connectivity, how you can create one table in your local host itself. That and all I'll be covering in the Spring Boot section.
Okay. Okay, understood. Thanks, UV. So that course you are saying that for the HTML JSP, that is from tomorrow, right? Like that,
The demo is tomorrow. The only thing
tomorrow.
is the last one more topic we have added, that is
Hmm.
more on the UI part, the one which you're asking, right? The servlet related concept and all. It is more
Hmm.
on the UI related aspect. Like so far for the performance engineer or for this Selenium testers, learning Core Java would be fine. Okay, but if you are interested on the UI layer also, like front end, if you want to understand what is like trending one, we have chosen Angular. So Angular means we'll be touching upon the TypeScripts and the HTML, how you can create one page using that. So those and all we'll be touching upon in the Angular part. So servlet again, I'm not sure how much we are it's in your project, but the latest trend is not servlet. We won't be doing a hands-on for that servlet concept.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, UV.
Yeah. Any other question? Okay. If you don't have any question, so final thing, like if you are interested, uh, please connect with Kumar Gupta. His number would be there, like in the group itself. You can approach him for the payment and rest of the activities. We will be starting our batch like after 2 days, and we will start our regular classes. It will be 1 hour session per day, and the I'll be giving this day-to-day regular thing, and the lab exercise also will be covering. So it will be on every weekdays, like Monday to Friday we'll be having the sessions, and 6:30 to 7:30 IST. So I hope you have Kumar's number. If you don't have, I can give that number also. 1 minute. For further process, for commercials and all, you can get in touch with Kumar. So it is 801 double nine 52427. So you can connect in the group, or you can reach, or you can log into the Isha Training Solution website also. There too you can find the Kumar's number, and you can connect with him for the rest of the process. Thank you. Thanks all for joining. If we don't have any queries, we can end our session now. If you have further queries, also no problem. We are available in the group chat. You can ping there. We will be responding to that query. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.